Welcome back, boys and girls. This is your fourth and last video for today, day three. It is now read aloud. Boys and girls, do you remember what we're talking about this week? What kind of animals are we talking about? We are talking about bugs. And the last 2 days, or the past 2 days, we read books about bugs. We read an informational text about bugs, right? Or an informational book about bugs. We also counted bugs in our math song. Today, boys and girls, we are going to listen to a story. And I chose this story especially for you. This is a very famous story that most, or if not all, a lot of children know this story. I've read this story to a lot of kids, and my very own daughters also know this story. And I know that some of you have listened to this story or have read this story. But I have a special treat for you. Today, you are going to see the author of the story, of this very famous story. His name is Mr. Eric Carle. His name is Mr. Eric Carle, and he wrote a lot of children's books. One of the very famous children's books he wrote is called The Very Hungry Caterpillar. Now, Mrs. Mendoza, why are we going to read or why are we going to listen to the story called The Very Hungry Caterpillar? We're talking about bugs. Remember, in our informational book, it was mentioned that a butterfly is part of the bug's family. So today, we will listen to Mr. Eric Carle. Guess what, boys and girls? Mr. Eric Carle did not only write stories for children, but he also did the illustration. He drew the pictures, painted the pictures. So Mr. Eric Carle is a very talented person. So are you ready? Okay, let me turn off my music first. Let's see. There you go. And I will show you my screen now so we can see the book. Remember to use your listening ears. Your listening eyes are watching Mr. Eric Carle and the book, and your listening body ready to listen to the storyteller. After the story, Mrs. Mendoza will have questions for you. Okay? So listen very well. Here it is. Okay, get ready, boys and girls. Let's listen to Mr. Eric Carle as he reads The Very Hungry Caterpillar.
The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle. For my sister Krista.
That's Mr. Eric Carle.
In the light of the moon, a little egg lay on a leaf. One Sunday morning, the warm sun came up, and pop, out of the egg came a tiny and very hungry caterpillar. He started to look for some food. On Monday, he ate through one apple, but he was still hungry. On Tuesday, he ate through 2 pears, but he was still hungry. On Wednesday, he ate through 3 plums, but he was still hungry. On Thursday, he ate through 4 strawberries, but he was still hungry. On Friday, he ate through 5 oranges, but he was still hungry. On Saturday, he ate through 1 piece of chocolate cake, 1 ice cream cone, 1 pickle, 1 slice of Swiss cheese, 1 slice of salami, 1 lollipop, 1 piece of cherry pie, 1 sausage, 1 cupcake, and 1 slice of watermelon. That night he had a stomachache. The next day was Sunday again. The caterpillar ate through one nice green leaf, and after that he felt much better. Now he wasn't hungry anymore, and he wasn't a little caterpillar anymore. He was a big fat caterpillar. He built a small house called a cocoon around himself. He stayed inside for more than 2 weeks. Then he nibbled a hole in the cocoon, pushed his way out, and he was a beautiful butterfly.
So, boys and girls, did you remember that story? That was Mr. Eric Carle, right? Mr. Eric Carle wrote a lot of stories for us, but that is one of my favorites, The Very Hungry Caterpillar. So I told you after you listen to that story, I'm going to ask you some questions, right? Boys and girls, what happened at the beginning of the story? Great job. There was an egg and popped. What comes out of the egg? What came out of the egg? The caterpillar. Now tell the person or tell a family member near you what happened to the caterpillar. What did he do? Good. Now, after the caterpillar ate a lot of food, what happened next? What did he build? What is that very special thing or house that the caterpillar built in the story? What did he build? It's a cocoon. Now, what is happening inside the cocoon? Yes, something special is happening inside the cocoon. That caterpillar is turning into a great thinking. It's turning into a butterfly. Right? And now there goes your book, a butterfly, a beautiful butterfly. So, after listening to the story and after answering Mrs. Mendoza's questions, I want you to do this. This is your assignment. No need to do it on Google Classroom. I need you to retell the story of the very hungry caterpillar to a family member. And when we retell a story, remember, we have to start from the beginning all the way to the end. So tell your family member what happened at the beginning, middle of the story, and at the end. So that's it for Read Aloud, boys and girls. I hope you enjoy the story. And I hope your family will enjoy listening to your own version of The Very Hungry Caterpillar. That ends our lesson for today. And that's the end, or that's the last video for today. I'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.